Hello again, friends. The Marvel reviews just continue this week because today we get to unbox a ton of nothing but X-Men figures and one Deadpool figure. So all of these figures are X-Men, of course. On the top of their packaging, they all got the little X logo in the circle, except Deadpool, because they're so special, he gets his own little Deadpool logo. And these guys also have the yellow circle. Everyone does, except Bishop here, who's got a red circle for some reason. He's the only figure I have in the Sauron wave, so I guess let's open him up first and get these guys out of the way. Bishop's packaging's pretty red, not too much special about him. See, the other figures in the wave are like mostly Deadpool and a Lady Wolverine. It's kind of weird, honestly. But you just cut this tape open, rip the darn flap. Slides out super nice. Card art in the back is this X-Men logo, but it's all weird and speckly. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe other figures have similar card art. Anyways, ooh, Bishop has two trays. This one, which holding one of Sauron's wings, who's the weird pterodactyl man, is just slidden under the bottom there. And ooh, what a cool looking wing! Like, I don't really plan to build Sauron. I mean, I only got a wing of him. I don't want any of those other figures in the wave, but darn it, if this wouldn't be a cool character to complete, I'm kind of regretting that. Nice articulated wing, cool claw hand sculpt, really nice paint job. Wow. Too bad I won't get to build him. Anyways, let's see. Bishop comes with a gun. It's kind of plain. Could use some detail, Hasbro. I mean, wow, whatever. But then Bishop himself. No twist ties or nothing. He's a really beefy looking guy, and I like that they got his hair. It's definitely that classic look Bishop. And he has this really cool holster in his back. Slide the gun into. Wow, I like that. I don't think he can quite, well, he can pretty much reach it. Wow, that's pretty impressive there, Hasbro. Then on his arm here, got a little decal. I forget the name of the team he's from in the future. I mean, he's an X-Man, but he's also something else. I just remember, like, he's from the future, and everything is horrible in the future, of course. Well, the boots aren't exactly sculpted, but there's like a cut line right there, so I guess that's fine. His costume looks really cool. I think the pouches and stuff on all the belts look a little plain because they're just molded yellow, but I mean, hey, they're at least the right color. They really could use a wash, honestly. I miss the days when action figures had washes. But that is Bishop. He's definitely big and beefy and cool looking. His articulation's pretty great. You can tell he's got a great trigger hand. I'm sure his gun fits in just fine. He's got two trigger hands, actually. Well, might as well give him two trigger hands, even though he'll look kind of odd with the other hand doing a trigger pose. Well, the gun's in one, right? Anyways, let's set Bishop aside. Open the next guy, who's going to be Sabretooth. He's in the Apocalypse line. And in the back, we got the other figures from the wave. I got Wolverine also, and Storm, Punk Storm to look at. I kind of want that Psylocke, but oh well, it's kind of late to get these guys now. Let's open him up. Pretty much the same packaging. They all have very, very similar packaging, obviously. His X-Men logo is just yellow. It's kind of weird because Sabretooth is not an X-Men, but whatever. At least it doesn't have weird splatters like Bishop's did. I still don't get what was up with that. Card art on the side is real nice. Inside, he's got Apocalypse's left arm. It sure is a shiny metallic-y blue. Ooh, it's got a little hole for like Apocalypse's metallic tendril things. Like, is that like Omega Red's tendrils? And oh, he's a veiny guy in there. It's kind of weird because Apocalypse is a cybernetic life form, and whatever. I don't think we're gonna get to complete Apocalypse. Sabretooth himself. Wow. Just pops out. Really nice sculpt. Like the furry thing on the shoulders is a separate piece. Could totally unplug it if you want. Although, I don't know, he doesn't look quite like Sabretooth without it, I think. His hands are sculpted with claws on the tips. Very nice. Ooh, that face sculpt. Just looks vicious, doesn't it? Wow, I like the little red they put around the eyes. Very, very nice. I like the sculpt on the hair, too. Just like kind of wild hair. Really looks cool. And I think this is like the extra buff body we've seen a few times. The Hyperion body or something. I don't know exactly. Oh, interesting. He comes with one of these things. He's got like two holes back there. It's kind of weird. I guess he's got options if you've got one of the Marvel Legends accessories that plugs into the smaller type hole, because this uses the bigger one. Yeah, definitely good looking figure. Like the little clean tiger stripes on the sides of the thighs. Double elbows. Articulation, of course, is really great, even if it's kind of clicky sometimes. It's not. I've certainly seen worse on the clicky ab joints on some Marvel Legends. Really good face sculpt, though. I think that's what sells me on this guy the most. Now that we got him open, let's open Wolverine next, right? Wolverine is also from the Apocalypse Wave. He's in his classic yellow and blue duds, just the way Jim Lee drew him. Packaging's a little crunched up on the back here, but that's fine. It's still doing its job protecting the figure, and we can open that flap up and yank him out. He's got the same X logo Sabretooth did, yellow, pretty clean, pretty perfect. And he comes with Apocalypse's tendril thingies. Let's see if we can grab a Sabretooth arm and just plop them on in. I don't know if this is the right one, because I only have one arm. But, yeah, they can definitely pop in. I think this is right, because it'll go into his back or something, and they work. And you get two of them. They're nice. Wolverine's the one we really want to look at, though. No twist ties in the packaging. Very nice packaging, as always, from Hasbro. And the claws are pretty straight. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. They're real straight on this hand, though. They're looking pretty good. Does get some alternate hands without the claws extended. Oh, sorry. The packaging's so noisy sometimes. But it gets alternate hands with the claws retracted. We can pop those. Oh, man, these claws just, they wiggle so much. Look at that. It's almost like they're articulated, but they're not. They're totally not. You can just pose them how you like. I mean, I guess that's kind of like that is what articulation is, but these aren't supposed to do that exactly. I'm pretty thankful they do have some leeway, so you can like position them to get them to look straight, straighter than they were in the packaging anyways. It's pretty good, I guess. Oh wow, really digging this Wolverine. His costume looks pretty great. That head sculpt, well, I like how he's all grimacy, but like the paint on the teeth looks kind of not good. At least he has butterfly joints though. Oh man, they don't seem to get in the way of the shoulder pads. The shoulder pads don't seem to get in the way of the articulation. That's pretty good. Good job so far, Hasbro. Look, because they just swivel with the shoulder. That's clever. Yeah, paint on the body looks clean. It's definitely short and stocky looking. Oh, I love the sculpt on the boots. Look at those wrinkles there. Anyways, let's actually pop the hands off. Ah, that was in there kind of tight. Yeah. You can get alternate hands in and out. No problems, really. I mean, I think the only real problem would be is if he were, like, too tall, which often happens with Marvel Legends. Let's get him with his claws there, but I don't think that's an issue. Because standing him next to Sabretooth here, we really got a good, short Wolverine looking pretty good. Next up, we got Punk Storm. I mean, the packaging just calls her Storm there, but, I mean, whenever Storm has a mohawk, she's totally like Punk Storm. Art on the side, she's looking pretty darn sexy there. Anyways, let's open her up. She's the last figure I got from the Apocalypse Wave. And she has the same X logo back there. All the Apocalypse Wave figures did. She comes with this little cool yellow effects. One fell out and there's one there. And oh, they're really, really squishy and malleable. Wow, it's kind of... Oh, and they unwrap. You can wrap them around stuff. I think it's the same stuff they're packaging with their Power Rangers figures. They probably reused this translucent lightning accessory a few times. We'll get it on our hands in a second. Now I don't really like the look of Punk Storm, really. I mean, it's fine. You gotta kind of get it to complete a collection, but like, I prefer in her white duds, you know? Where she's like got the weird cape that goes to her hands and stuff. And I think Hasbro kind of knew that most people don't like Punk Storm, because that's why they packaged her with like Apocalypse's main torso, which, you know, has that shiny blue plastic. And yeah, I guess this is the closest I'm going to come to completing Apocalypse. Just shove his left hand in there. No, it's right. This is don't shove his left hand where his right is. This is where Apocalypse is going to be. This is how big he's kind of going to be compared to everyone else, I guess. But he's for another day. If ever. Storm is who we're looking at now. Yeah, she looks pretty good for Punk Storm. I think, you know, they could have done some more wrinkles on the shirt she's got going on there. Like, there's good wrinkles on the pants. Even sculpted, like, little denim pockets back there. That's pretty cool. And they made these belt things a separate piece. But like this just looks so smooth here, and boobs look kind of like big, but like the jacket has like wrinkles up there. This like I don't know, like it comes off kind of like too smooth and plain to me on the mid torso. But I like how her hands are sculpted in the summoning lightning pose. Like how her eyes are all whited out, like she's using her powers, and of course she's got the mohawk thing going on there. Face sculpt looks pretty nice, and you can even kind of tell, like, I don't know if they did like a wash or something, but you can see like a line right there above the eyebrows where it looks like this part of her head has been shaved. So that's really good detail there, Hasbro. If my stupid camera will just focus on her face for a little bit, like every time I turn, it's like, oh, you want to focus on Wolverine? It's like, no, I don't, camera, you stupid dumb camera. Didn't know Storm had little lightning earrings, but definitely fits her well. Anyways, let's wrap this little lightning effect around her hands. I'm not sure exactly how to do it, but, pretty good, I guess. Let me, I guess that's a bit better. That's looking good. Yeah, thought it might take forever to get a good pose with these, but I don't know. I think we're getting there already. Yeah, pretty easy to get some lightning shooting out of her hands. Pretty awesome figure, even if I don't like the costume she's in. Awesome job, Hasbro. Next up, we got Deadpool, who is in the Sasquatch wave. That's who the Sasquatch is in Marvel, I guess. But Deadpool doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece because he's just so special. He's like the main self-absorbed character of his own movie franchise now. He doesn't even have the X-Men logo back there. He's got a special little Deadpool logo. Well, at least it's consistent with the top of the packaging. Not the biggest Deadpool fan because I feel like he's not really like an X-Men character. Like, I don't remember seeing him on X-Men the animated series. But, you know, I had to have at least one figure of this guy. No twist ties as always. All this packaging's pretty much the same. Hasbro does a pretty consistently good job. I wish these would come out. Speak of the devil and suddenly the packaging's difficult, right? No, they just slide out. They're not even taped in or anything. So Deadpool comes with a couple of swords. They got like bluish hilts. It's not like very vibrant blue. It's like a bluish gray hilt thing there. They're decent. They don't look too sharp. They could be a bit better, I guess. Let's see. How can he hold them? Just fine in that hand. This hand's got a trigger finger, even though he don't come with no guns. But he holds his sword fine. Yeah, I feel like he should probably come with a gun or two. It's probably a bit disappointing. Especially since he doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece. Just comes with 2 little accessories. Wolverine and Storm came with that. Bishop came with 1. They all got Build-A-Figure pieces in addition to that, so I don't know. I feel like Deadpool's like a bit of a ripoff, but I mean, sculpt is fine. It's got butterfly joints in there. Very good articulation as always for Marvel Legends. He's got these cool little sheaths on his back. Can hold both swords. Yeah. Not much to complain about, really. I mean, a little bit like Bishop. These patches here. The pouches! They're just so gray and dull, they could really use a wash or something. And then these straps here, they're kind of loose on him. Like, they look very toyish-y. Like, I wish they were tighter, smaller, maybe sculpted onto the actual body. That'd be kind of nice. Like, I don't know. And like this is kind of sticking out far back, but you know, it is what it is. It's fine. Oh wow, I didn't even really notice the red patches on the belts. Yeah, they blend a little too nicely. They could really use a wash or be like an orangey color or something. I mean, I don't know how accurate that is to the costume in the comics, but like, I think the red pouches on the belt need to stand out more. Like, I didn't even notice them at first. It's got a little Deadpool logo there. Yep, Deadpool just loves himself so much. Puts his logo on the packaging, puts it on his belt, puts it everywhere. Next up, we get to the real stars of the show, the Caliban Wave. These are the new X-Men figures. First, we're going to take a look at Gambit. It was, you know, one of my favorite characters from X-Men the Animated Series. It's got some cool artwork there where he's using his Kirby dot powers to get the cosmic energy in those cards. On the back, we see other figures. Beast, we're going to take a look at right next. There's Weapon X, Forge, Blink. Oh, that is Jubilee. It's going to be the figure after Beast and Skullbuster, and can build Caliban. And I don't really even know who that is, but, you know, Gambit, I sure as heck know who he is, and I'm going to open him right now. Ooh. He's got that new packaging where the front of the bubble is actually like this separate little protective sheet. The card art in there looks very similar to the Apocalypse series. but it is actually different because here's the Apocalypse series, which is just a big yellow X. And this is like a smaller yellow X with all this little energy effects back here. So looks super similar, but they're actually different, surprisingly. Anyways, Gambit comes with a lot of stuff. And none of it's a Build-A-Figure piece. He's got his bow staff here. Oh, and this is behind some tape, but he's got his alternate hand with translucent throwing cards that are all lit up with this psionic energy stuff. I don't know if it's psionic. This is, what is going on here? Okay, this is partly behind tape. And it feels like this darn little pink energy thing here could just like snap off. It's so little flimsy and flexible. But this is supposed to be a card he's just like lit up with energy. I don't know exactly what the name of Gambit's energy is when he just like grabs cards and then anything that he infuses with his little mutant power energy can blow up. And he likes doing cards because they're not too big, I guess, and he can always carry them with him. Oh, wow. Man, Gambit's got such a cool sculpted trench coat. I don't know if they've ever used this trench coat in Marvel Legends before. Oh, man. And that hair sculpt. I mean, it kind of looks like it's blowing in the wind, so it might be a little weird for static poses, but look at the sculpt on him. This is new because they got the little blue ridge thing on him. I don't know what's up with his costume exactly, what to call some of these things, but he's got like new knee pads, a lot of new parts on him. New boots with these sculpted lines, I think. I don't know, I haven't seen them before. And then the paint job, I like that metallic blue there, and the metallic pinky here, the purplish pink, whatever it is. Oh, it looks so nice. Darn it. And then his face. Gambit is supposed to have black sclera, which is the white part of your eyes, but his is not white. His is black, and can we focus on it? They got it. He's got red irises, and it looks like his pupils are still black. In there, he's still got pupils, even though his eyes are usually just black with red circles. Oh my gosh, and he's got a little stubble painted on. Is it even painted on? It looks like it was drawn on with a pencil. I don't know what they did, but they did a good job. Let's see how he can hold that card. His left hand's sculpted with his two fingers out. And you can just stick the card right in between. Oh my god, that's clever. Hasbro, I love this figure. Just send me more of him. Well, not really, because I already got him. Let's see, his right hand sculpted to hold the bow staff. Yep, he can do it. And then his alternate right hand, we're going to have to pop this one off. Yeah, not too bad. Huh. Kind of weird how it's got a purple peg there. That's... Oh, I get it, because the whole thing was cast in translucent pink, and then they painted this black and flesh-colored, so he's got like a orangey, pinky-tipped fingertips there on some of his hands. Looks kind of odd, but, it's a sacrifice you make for such a cool accessory. Oh my gosh, I'm stupid. This is his left hand. What am I doing? Can't have the bow staff and this hand at once. I must have been looking at it upside down. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get it to look like he's like throwing them. Gotta get lower, like. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do, especially when you notice how wavy the swooshing line that's sculpted in there is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a straight motion his hand just made. But, man, that bow staff can get into some cool poses. Anyways, let's open up the next one, which is Beast. Now, I've been waiting for a good figure of this guy for an eternity, and I couldn't even find him in the store. I had to order him online. Look at that art back there. Oh, his hands look kind of all angular and whatever, but man, Beast looks upset. He looks really PO'd, and let's get him out, actually see what he's like. He's got that same card art back there, same little weird plastic cover on the front. Comes with Caliban's head. It's fine. Let's get that out of there. Two alternate hands. One's a claw, one's a fist. Oh man, I can already tell this guy's heavy. And Beast is a beast, thankfully. This is a hefty figure with a whole new body sculpt. I really like the little fur they sculpted on the chest. He definitely looks beefy. Like, wow, those are some thick butterfly joints there. Really, really good sculpt on the body. But then I'm sort of noticing the paint's not so good. Like, look how super dark it is on the shoulders, and then boom, light blue, like, yeah, transition's not very great. I mean, it's kind of good right here. Like, look, it slowly gets dark, but then you look here and it's like super dark, super light. Look at that on the foot. There's like a clear line between the dark fur and the blue fur. That's not the best, Hasbro. And then his face. It's fine. It's sculpted in a roaring pose, roaring expression. And his eyes are widened out, which, he's often drawn that way. But I remember Beast wearing glasses and speaking very eloquently, so it would have been nice to get a calmer alternate head. Instead of alternate hands, maybe. I would have preferred an alternate head for alternate hands, honestly. But I'm glad we got alternate hands, don't get me wrong. And the sculpt on the face, kind of soft. Like, look at the teeth there. Like, it just, I don't know. Like, I feel like they could have done a better job. Like, if the face had been just more intricately sculpted like the body, it could have been a lot better. And then the belt's loose, which is fine. So it gets out of the way of the articulation. And man, this guy's got his articulation. He's got like a reverse ab crunch down there. On a diaphragm joint on top of that. Looks really good. Butterfly joints. And then everything else is pretty standard. Double elbows, hinge and swivel stuff. Double knees. But what's not standard, after those hinge and pivot ankles, toe articulation. This is a really good Marvel Legend figure, even if the paint's kind of subpar and the face sculpt is kind of soft, frankly. Anyways, he's got alternate hands. The left one he comes packaged with is sort of like a clawing, swiping at you pose, but he comes with another left hand that's all splayed out. And what you use this one for is just like getting him in like a total handstand type pose. And I mean, it's a little tricky to do on camera. It might take me a minute, but I can totally do it. Do you see? You see how good the articulation and the balancing and everything is on this guy? That left hand is just awesome for getting him into poses like that. Anyways, his right hand is sort of in this gripping pose, even though he don't come with anything to grip. But his alternate right hand is a fist for punching bad guys. So Beast is a pretty awesome figure to finally have. I wish the paint on him was a bit better, because like, I do not like how it transitions from like pitch black to bright blue, honestly. Last we got Jubilee, the teenage mall queen of the X-Men. Or at least that's how she'd probably describe herself in the 90s cartoon, or some other stupid way. Let's open her up. She's got the same card art in there and packaging style as Beast and Gambit did. She's got a little protective tray up front. And Jubilee comes with the body of Caliban, which is actually pretty darn light. Like, I mean, I don't know, it's, guess it's pretty much the same as Apocalypse's body, actually. And she gets these little glasses. Oh, she has 2 pairs of them. I guess Hasbro expects you to lose one. An alternate head, where she's chewing bubble gum. I gotta be careful getting that out. I don't want to break the bubble gum off. Oh wow, and then Jubilee herself, no twist ties or anything. As always, the packaging is awesome with Marvel Legends. Wow, we'll take a look at her in a sec. Let's take a look at that alternate head, which is blowing bubblegum there. It's got a pretty good sculpt. It's got little earrings on there. They don't look like they say X on them. They should totally be X-Men earrings, right? I don't know, whatever. Wow, that pink bubblegum looks really like translucent. Also seems kind of like thin. Like, I mean, I don't know. Do you think it pops out? It doesn't. I don't know. I don't want to risk breaking it, but like, I kind of wish it would come out so that you could have like a, a head without the goggles that just has her without gum also, but then she would have her lips sculpted like she's blowing a bubble. And like, I guess that's what we're really missing is a normal alternate head without glasses or bubble gum. Because as it stands, you can put those glasses on the bubblegum chewing head and you can take them off. But you can't take these ones off. And you can't have Jubilee with a head that's not blowing bubblegum and not wearing glasses. It's impossible. I don't know why they didn't let you... If you're going to give us 2 alternate glasses, 2 extra glasses, why not pack them on, make them removable on this head? Or at least... make the bubblegum removable at least? Like, how hard is it to make a peg? I mean, I realize it wouldn't be perfect because her lips would still be sculpted like she's blowing a bubble, but whatever. You can pop those glasses on to her bubblegum blown head. She looks pretty good. She doesn't come with any sparkly effects like Dazzler or anything, even though that's like Jubilee's power and they often package her with that stuff. It's just me, or do her thighs look kind of weird and meaty, like they look like they have a weird muscle tone, like a teenage boy's thighs or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird looking. They look kind of dark too compared to like her face. Well, I guess the skin tone is correct compared to her arms and her face, but there's just something off about them, I find. Anyways, I like the wrinkles on the boots. Those are looking good. She's got nice little designs and sewn lines in there. Same thing with her denim shorts and this pink little vest. Got some gold buttons on it. I don't know what that little gold symbol is, but then the yellow trench coat is what really sells me on this. It's so awesome. She looks like she's right out of the 90s cartoon, especially with that pink bubble gum. For some reason, I think of that when I think of the 90s. I don't mind that she's got these glasses sculpted on. Like, she really had to have them. I just wish she could kind of have a normal removable head that doesn't have them, so that would be kind of nice. But the bubble gum is really cool, honestly. It really makes the figure stand out. Gives the figure some personality, you know? I don't know what to do with the extra pair of extra glasses. I don't know. Wish these came off. Maybe you could rip them off, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to damage the figure. Jubilee's pretty great, even if she's got some thunder thigh things going on. Taking a look at everybody's scale now, Bishop stands just about 7 inches tall. Sabretooth shares a body with him, and he's also 7 inches tall. Beast looks like he's just a smidge under 7 inches, but if you go to like the top of his little spiky hair things, he's exactly 7 inches. Wolverine, short guy, looks like he comes to about 5 3/4 inches. Storm, 6.5 if you go to the top of her mohawk hair. Jubilee, looks like she's just about a little more than 5 3/4, almost 6 inches. I mean, she looks like she's about the same height as Wolverine, though. Deadpool, 6 1/4 inches, and Gambit. Gambit looks like he is, I can't see it from there really. He looks like he's a little over 6.5 inches tall, little under 6 3/4. So very, very different scale going on. Wolverine is short like he should be. No, it looks like he's exactly the height of Jubilee, somewhere between 5 3/4 and 6. So pretty cool scale. Here is Bishop next to my Marvel Legends Cable, who's another time-traveling mutant from the future. And here is my new Wolverine next to my old one from the Juggernaut wave, and the new one pretty much reuses all the parts of this one. He's just got a new belt, new head sculpt, and little shoulder pads. But I like his colors a lot more. Here is the new Gambit next to my Marvel Legends Rogue. The two scale quite nicely, I think. And here are all the X-Men team members with my Jean Grey and Nightcrawler, and my Iceman, and Kitty Pryde over there. And here are just some of those X-Men with my new legendary writers, Professor X, in the cool little hover chair there, who I should have a review out for tomorrow. And with him and the X-Men that I've picked, we've got almost a complete lineup for the X-Men animated series team. Only missing Cyclops and really Storm in her white costume. But still, I'm so excited to almost have a complete animated X-Men team, friends. And here's one last look at everybody. I think out of all these figures I've unboxed today, Jubilee's gotta be my favorite. Just such a fun 90s look she's got going on, and Gambit's totally my second favorite, comes with cool accessories. Beast is honestly a bit disappointing. I mean, he's an amazing figure and everything, but I'm just not a fan of the way those colors transition. Wolverine, Deadpool, all amazing figures, no real problems with them. I think my least favorite's got to be Storm, just because I don't really like this look. I'm not a fan of it, but she is a good figure. They're all really awesome figures, actually. And if you're a fan of the X-Men, I recommend each and every one of them. Well, I hope you enjoyed the unboxing. Until next time, peace out, YouTube.